Okay, sige. Problem number 1. Okay.
Determine if the 30 mm thick base plate is adequate in supporting a service loads of dead load equals to 500 kilonewton, live loads to 1,320 kilonewton from W10 by 60 column. The FC prime of concrete pedestal is 28 megapascal. Use A50 steel and LRFD. A. Determine the value of A sub 1 and A sub 2 in millimeter squared. B. Calculate the design bearing strength of concrete in kilonewton. What is the adequacy? C. Define distance M and N in millimeters. D. Compute the factored axial load that the base plate could support in kilonewton based on flexural strength of the base plate. E. Find the required plate thickness in millimeter based on the applied loads. Find DCR.
Okay. Sige. So, ito example problem number 1. Anong type of problem to? Investigation, design, or design? Actually, halo eh. Halo siya eh. Kasi given yung mga dimension, ayun, as you can see, given yung dimension, given din yung loads. Tapos iba-iba yung mga pinapahanap. Actually, ano to eh, parang advocacy problem to, no? Advocacy type of problem. Pero siguro ano natin siya under investigation na lang. Okay? Kasi given yung mga loads eh. Tsaka yung mga dimensions, no? But if we would check yung pinaka dimensions natin, based dito, we have a base plate with size of 450 by 350. Okay? So medyo hindi siya tumutugma sa sa dimension, pero yeah, you could imagine naman, okay? And yung pedestal mo is 600 by 520. Okay? Now, ito yung mga pinapahanap. So let's try to solve itong problem 1 natin for base plate. Okay? So yung problem number 1, okay, or item A. So pinapahanap yung base plate area and yung A sub 2, which is the dispersion, no? Dispersed area dun sa concrete. So yun yung term na ginagamit ko dito, okay? So sige, calculate natin yung mga area na yan, okay? So area 1 and area 2, okay? Now, obviously, no, if we would calculate yung area 1, well, basic to, no? Area 1 is simply the area of of your base plate. So this would give you, based dun sa given, base plate mo is 450 times 350. No? So meron tayong value. Okay? Actually, ito yung pinakamadali, no? Yung area ito yung medyo mahirap. Okay? Anyways, discuss natin kung paano gagawin. So ilan to?
157,500.
In terms of the area 2, so I would prefer na i-detail siya. So kailangan natin ng sketches. Okay? Kailangan talaga natin ng sketches para mas ma-visualize. Okay, so ano definition natin for area 2? Sige, kuha tayo ng rectangle. So blue for the area ng ating base plate. And ang sabi niya, ngayon medyo i-ano natin, pattern natin dun sa actual size, 450 and 350. Sabihin mas malaki dun sa side na to. Okay, mas mahaba sa side na yun. 450 and 350. Yan, okay? And somehow, it makes sense, no? Tapos, ang sabi niya, yung orientation ng wide flash mo, pag ganyan, okay? Pag ganon. So, siguro, on this one, pwede nating sabihin na, okay? Okay? And then yung ano mo naman, yung concrete pedestal mo is 600 by 520. So parang gano'n pa din 'no, mas malaki pa din yung parang pinaka sa side na 'to, okay? Mas malaki pa rin yung side na 'yun, okay? Okay, so 'yan. So yan medyo, malapit na siya do'n sa talagang dimension, okay? For the sake of demonstration. And we could ano, eh, 'no, we could draw siguro yung mga concrete pedestal babaguhin ko yung kulay. So gawin natin 'tong ano, yeah, okay. So meron tayong mga dimensions again, for example, itong side na 'to, okay. This is ano, 'no, this is 450, okay. While itong side na 'to, okay, this one is ano, 350, okay. Yung side na 'to is 600, okay. Paki-correct na ako if I'm wrong 'no, pero yan yung pagkakaalala ko. So yeah, yung side naman na 'to as 520, okay. Now medyo malinaw na 'no, yung ating geometry, okay. Now in terms of the elevation, okay, in terms of the elevation, kung titignan mo siya sa elevation, ito yung makita mo, okay. Meron kang base plate, so sabihin natin yung thickness ng base plate. Tapos meron kang pedestal, no? Concrete pedestal. So assuming na yan yung concrete pedestal, no? And then you have yung column, no? You have your column. So sabihin natin sa column, um, yeah, siguro ikunin na lang natin dito. Okay? Yung outline ng column, yung edge ng pinaka wide flange mo andito. Okay? Yung kabilang side. Okay? Okay? So yan, ito yung elevation, ito yung plan. Okay? So ang next step is to calculate yung area 2. Okay? And ang question is paano ba? No? Paano ba siya i-calculate? Well, ang sabi natin, from the dimension of base plate, i-disperse mo lang siya. No? I-disperse mo lang siya at a certain area. No? So ito yung area na to, ito talaga yung ano, mag-dictate ng area 2. Okay? Yan yung mag-dictate ng area 2. And ang rule natin dito is that yung pinaka slope natin dyan is 1 is to ano, 1 is to vertical, 2 is horizontal. Okay? Okay? So ngayon, ang question is, kung meron tayong rectangular base plate and meron din tayong rectangular pedestal, mas madali sana kung square yung base plate natin tapos square din yung um, concrete pedestal natin. Kung square yon, tapos concentric yung centroid nila, alam mo na kaagad ano eh, kung ano yung magiging ano, dispersion ng ano mo, dispersion ng stresses mo, which is yun yung ano, magdi-define ng area 2 mo. Okay? Ang problem kasi naging rectangular ka, no? Rectangular section ka. Ang question is ganito kasi, no? Kumbaga, anong side dun sa column pedestal natin, yung unang mare-reach nung dispersion ng stress. Okay? Anong side? Parang ang problem kasi natin ngayon, no, kung ibabalik natin dun sa discussion natin kanina, nagpo-fall tayo dito eh. No? Nagpo-fall tayo dito sa scenario na to. Okay? Ayan. Okay? Alam mo, sa problem na to. Okay? Yung unang side na na-reach during dispersion, itong side na to. Okay? So, sabihin yung side na to yung nag-dictate. Okay? And yung, kumbaga, yung distance na to, okay, yung distance na to yung nag-dictate. Okay? Kasi siya yung unang na-reach. Okay? Yung pinakamaikli. So, ibig sabihin, if we would relate dito sa problem natin, okay? Ang question is, saang side ba yung unang ma-reach ng dispersion? Ito bang ano na to? So, ilipat natin dito. Okay? Ito bang distance na to? Okay? O ito bang distance na to? Okay? Okay? Sige. So, ngayon, if we would be able to calculate that and malaman natin kung sino yung mauuna na side. Okay? Malalaman natin ano yung magiging area 2. Okay? Now to give you an idea, okay? May iba't ibang ano, paraan. Okay? So yung napansin ko dito is ganito, no? Halimbawa, ang pwede mong gawin is i-minus mo yung distance nung length ng pedestal, i-compare mo. Halimbawa, yung 600 minus 450. Okay? 600 minus 450, it would give you 150. So, ibig sabihin yung distance na to, okay? Tapos yung distance dito rin sa kabila, ang total nun is 150. Similarly, yung side na to, 520. Okay? Now, this is just discussion purposes, no? Hindi pa ito yung parang pinaka solution talaga natin. Minus 350, no? 520 minus 350. Kung kanina 150 yung difference niya, so ito ilan ba? 170 to. So ibig sabihin yung distance na to, okay, plus yung distance na nandito, ang total niya is 170. So ibig sabihin ang mas maikling distance, no, is itong nasa side 600. No, in terms of dispersion nung A sub 2, okay, in dispersion ng A sub 2, yung unang ma-reach is itong side na to kasi mas maikli siya. 150 lang in total difference ng dalawa. Okay? Now if you would draw yung parang pinaka dispersion in terms of the plan, okay, gawin natin green to, no? Ang makikita mo diyan is ganito, okay? Okay? Since una siyang na-reach, unang ma-reach tong side na to, and masyadong malaki yung distance na yan, ganyan lang. Okay? Ito lang yung basis ng area 2. Okay? Itong mga area na to, okay, wala na yan. Okay? Hindi mo na magagamit yan. Okay? Sige. So ngayon, ang question is paano? No? Paano natin siya i-calculate? Okay? Well, we could take advantage yung ganitong method. Okay? This one is I just formulate on my own. Okay? So gagawin natin ngayon, kukunin natin yung ratio nung side na to, okay, with respect to this side. So, for example, sabihin natin na yung 450, okay, yung side na 450, okay, let me correct this one. Okay? $450, okay, divided by 350 is equal, okay, pwede natin siyang i-ratio in proportion, no? 450 over 350, okay, pwede natin siyang i-ratio, okay, on this equation, okay, based dito sa concentric area created by area 2, okay, as shown, okay. For example, we could say na this is ngayon, by the way, no, meron tayong dalawang equation na pwedeng i-substitute dito, okay. For example, no, supposedly ang pwede nating i-partner dito yung 600 or yung 520, no, on this ratio. Pero gagawin natin dito, since hindi natin alam kung sino yung magbibigay ng actual value na real, no? So let me explain further, no. Ang gagawin natin is we would consider this one as distance x, okay, on the first check natin. Yung pangalawa, okay, yung denominator naman, okay, yung i-consider natin as unknown x, okay, so denominator pala, okay. Ngayon, kung sino yung value na magbibigay ng realistic na sagot, siya yung basis ng area 2. Okay? So parang ganito yung logic na formulate ko, no? So for example, no, sige, i-equate nga natin itong equation na to. Ano yung value ng x dito? Okay, ano yung value ng x dito? Para solve the equation na to.
668.57.
668
0.57 143. 143 po.
Okay, let me just double check, no. Let me just double check. 450 350, okay? Yung counterpart niya is 600 520. So 520 ba yung distance natin? Yeah, 520 naman. Okay. So yung iba ba ganito rin na-calculate using this equation? Similar lang yung value ng x nyo?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, sige. Let me sige, pag-ulit, x is equal to 668,571
43 po.
43, okay. Millimeter, okay? Similarly, yung next equation natin, okay, which is in-unknown natin yung denominator. So ilan to? Ilan to?
466.66667 po.
Okay, yung isa kasi dito is realistic, yung isa hindi. Okay? What do I mean by that, no? You can see here, no? You can see here na if we would follow yung ito kasi yung ratio, no? Ito yung ratio ng base plate. So ibig sabihin, kung concentric yung area 2 with area 1, dapat it would follow the same ratio nung area 2, no? Pwede nating equate dun, yung area 2, paki-unmute muna, no? Based dito sa ratio na to. Okay? Ang question is, hindi natin alam kung sinong side ng pedestal yung unang marireach. Okay? So lumalabas dito, based sa first scenario, yung x mo daw, okay, assuming na 520 yung ginamit natin, is 668.57, which is, obviously, lagpas ka na dun sa ano, dun sa side mo na value, which is yung limit mo na 600. Kasi lumampas na yung value, no? Okay? 668 yung daw yung kailangan mo to achieve yung 520 na side. So parang lumalabas doon, no? Parang lumalabas doon. Sa scenario na yon is na-achieve mo nga yung 520. Okay, na-achieve mo yung 520 na distance. Okay, let me Ayan, okay? So na-achieve mo yung 520 na side na to. Okay? Pero yung length mo doon sa side na yon is 668. Lampas ka na sa 600, which is unrealistic kasi wala ka na sa area ng pedestal eh. Wala ka na sa area ng pedestal. Now yung second equation, sabi niya yung x mo daw is 466.66. Yung side na ginamit mo is 600. So which means to say, no, ang counterpart talaga nun, dito tong una, no, ito talaga yon. So ibig sabihin, 600 yung side mo na to, tapos yung distance x na to, okay? Yung distance x na yan, okay? Let me emphasize. Yung distance x na yan, is equal to 466.67, okay? Which is somehow it makes sense kasi pasok ka sa ano eh, pasok ka dun sa limit mo na 520, no? For the side ng concrete pedestal. Okay? So ibig sabihin, in short, no, yung ating area 1, okay, based dun sa logic na 'yon, okay? Based dun sa logic na 'yon, and based dun sa logic kanina, yung difference ng dalawang to, side na to, okay, is mas mababa kumpara sa side na to. Ibig sabihin, marireach niya, no, itong side na to kaagad, no, in comparison with this side. Okay? Or let me rephrase that. Ibig sabihin lang noon, yung distance na to, mas maliit kumpara sa distance na to. Okay? Kaya yung expected mo na dispersion somehow looks like this. Okay? Okay? To achieve yung equal ratio ng ating area ng ating base plate. Okay? So therefore, no, let me ano lang, no. Yeah, basically you could say na ano, this one is ano, this one makes sense, or sabihin natin governs, tama ba? Okay, and therefore the area 2, no, area 2 natin, okay, is simply equal to, okay, yung basis natin dito ng area 2 natin, yung green, okay, is simply 600 times yung distance x. Okay, so this would give you so ilan to?
280,000.002 po.
280,000?
0.002.
Tama? Tama ba?
Apo, yun lang po, sir.
Sige. Okay na. So meron na tayong area 2. Okay na tayo sa area calculation. I think meron pang mas mabilis na explanation doon, no? Pero yun yung ano, yun yung parang pinaka-system na naisip ko dito to estimate yung area 2. Sana naintindihan niyo, no, kung paano ko siya kinalculate. Okay? Item B, calculate the design bearing strength of concrete in kilonewton. And ano daw yung advocacy, no? So design bearing strength ng concrete. Okay? Bearing strength, no? So ibig sabihin in kilonewton. Okay? And yung may bearing lang naman dito, yung concrete, di ba? Wala namang bearing yung ano eh, steel plate natin. Okay? So therefore, no, yung ating formula na gagamitin, no, as per NECP would be ano, no? Sabi natin kahit isang equation lang i-memorize mo. Okay? 0.85 F C prime area 1 times yung ano, yung factor, no, na ng ratio ng area 2 over area 1. Okay? Tapos may condition dito, no, si code. This should be ano, equal less than or equal 1.7 F C prime, area 1. Okay? Okay? This is just nominal pa lang. No? Again, this is nominal bearing strength. So actually, pwede natin itong equate to ano eh. Pwede natin to equate to ano, nominal. Okay? No? As per the code. Sige, so i-calculate natin to. So we could say na yung nominal is equal to 0.85, okay, times yung FC prime. Ano ba yung pinagamit sa problem? So 28. Okay? The 28 day, no? Compressive strength ng concrete. 28 MPa. Okay? Yung area 1 natin as this equation, and yung area 2, yung ratio ng ating area 2, okay? As per calculation, 280,000 daw. Okay? Divided by area 2. Okay? Area 1, sorry. Okay, so yung area 1 natin is this ano, this value. Okay? Okay? And this should be compared with 1.7 times 28. Eh, teka lang, no? Bago natin ituloy ito, siguro, mag-unit check muna tayo. Meron ba tayo kailangang i-multiply dito? Okay? So, isang beses lang natin gagawin. So, MPa, 28. Newton, millimeter squared. No? Itong area, millimeter squared. Okay? Tapos meron tayong square root dito. Yung square root natin, as you can see, yung unit ng area is millimeter squared over millimeter squared. So meaning cancel out, unitless pala, no? Unitless pala yung factor natin yan. Kasi factor nga lang siya. Okay? So wala na to, no? Now, on this one, we could say that this would be cancel out. Tapos Newton, yung maiiwan. So kailangan natin ng conversion. Kung Newton yan, magiging Newton to. Okay? 1,000. Okay? 1 kilonewton. Okay? So kailangan natin ng conversion na to. Okay? Set aside natin yan. Okay? So kailangan natin ng ng conversion divided by 1,000. Okay? So divide natin to with 1,000. Okay? So tuloy natin equation. This should be less than or equal 1.7 times 28 times area 1. Okay? So ito yung area 1 natin. So I think similar din doon sa kabila, no? This should be divided by 1,000 pa rin. Okay? So, sige, paki-finalize yung sagot natin. We would have P sub n is equal to, ano yung left hand side equation? Ilan to? Okay, ilan to?
4,998 kilonewton po.
4,998 point
0.00002.
Ilang zero?
Apat po.
Okay.
Then 2 po yung sa huli.
Ay, sige, huwag na muna lagyan na unit. Okay? Less than or equal. Okay? So ano tong right hand side?
7,497 po.
7,000 to?
Opo.
Can you double check? Tama?
Apo.
Okay, sige. 7,000?
497 po.
497? Exactly?
Apo, yes po, sakto po.
Okay, sige. So kung eksakto yan, we could say na yung lower value. So we could say na ito yung ating P sub n, okay? Kilonewton, okay? Now, P sub n pa lang kasi to, design strength yung hanap niya. And that is P sub u, okay? So this is bearing, so P sub b times P sub n, di ba? So we could say na P sub u is equal to P sub b, no, for bearing. No? Ano ba yung P sub b natin for bearing? I think ito yung pinakamababa sa lahat, no? Hindi ako nagkakamali. 0.65. Okay? Bearing to, hindi to bending sa plate. Okay? P sub n. Okay? Ito. Okay? For okay, meron tayong value ng P sub u. Okay? So yan to.
$3,248.
3,000
248 po.
248.7
0.7 0001 po.
Okay, sige. Kilonewton. Okay? Ito yung design bearing strength, no? Nung concrete. Okay? Now, mayroon siyang additional na na tanong no? Ang sabi niya, what is the adequacy? Well, i-compare lang natin siya kung ito yung provided by the concrete. Ito yung, kumbaga, ito yung capacity, no? Ng concrete in terms of bearing. No, i-compare natin siya, ano ba yung due to load? No? Ano ba yung due to load? Well, may binigay na mga loadings dito. No? Service loads. 500 for dead load, 1320 for live load. Well, kunin natin yon. Kunin natin yung yung okay? P sub U, okay? Is simply for LRFD 1.2. Okay? So simplify natin to. Dead load plus 1.6 live load, okay? So plugging in yung mga values, you would have 1.2, okay, times, I think dead load is 500, tama ba? 500, 1320, okay? So meron tayong value ng load PU based dun sa loads provided. So ilan to?
2,712 po.
Now, okay na, meron tayong dalawang values. We can now calculate yung DCR, okay? Now, yung DCR is simply yung due to load over yung capacity, okay, nung section mo. To be specific, yung mode of failure bearing. Okay? So we would have yung load na 2712 divided by yung nakalculate natin kanina na ito. So meron tayong DCR. So ilan to?
0.83 po.
0.83. Okay. Okay, sige. Okay na tayo sa problem or item B. We could now proceed on sa item C. Item C is define distance M and N. Preparation to sa calculation ng bending on plate. Okay, and the formula, no? Ang pinakamaganda dito, as I mentioned, i-memorize nyo to, di ba? Okay? Yun talaga. Ito talagang ano na to. Itong figure na to. Okay? So, ang rule is that yung depth ng wide flange along N and M, okay? And yung B sub F ng flange natin along capital letter B and yung distance na N. Okay? So, yung formula natin for M and N na side, okay? By base dito sa figure na to, okay? Is simply kung yung M, yung i-calculate mo, itong M, kukunin mo sa N. So, that would give you N, okay? Minus, okay, yung total distance na to is M, N, sorry. Yung distance na to is 0.95D. Okay, tapos i-divide mo by 2. Okay, para makuha mo yung distance distance M. Okay, so parang ganun lang. Okay? Okay? So sige, mas maganda siguro kunin muna natin yung dalawang parameter. So ano ba yung volume natin? W 10 by 60, 259.1, 256.5. 10 by 60. Okay, so plugging in, we would have, okay, repairing dun, dapat yung orientation na to, okay, orientation na to, similar kung ano yung orientation sa problem. Okay, so halimbawa ito. Okay, so dapat similar. Okay, so we could actually copy this one. Okay. Now on this one, merong counterpart si capital letter B and N. Okay? Halimbawa, yung capital letter B, ang counterpart niya nasa side ng base plate, yung blue. Itong 450. Okay? So, si 450 yung ano, yung N. Okay? Similarly, yung mali pala, no? Yung capital letter B, okay, is yung 450. Okay, let me correct that. So, lipat ko na lang to. This one is sa 350. Okay? Yung 450, ito yon. Okay? Okay? So, plugging in dun sa values natin, sa formula natin, we could say na yung M natin is N, which is 350. Okay? Minus 0.95. Yung value ng D natin, 259.1. Okay? Divided by 2. For distance M. Okay? Meron tayong distance M. So, ilan to?
51.9275 po.
51.9275.
75.
Okay. Millimeter. And then yung side N naman, okay, itong small letter N, B minus 0.8 B sub F divide 2. Okay. Capital letter B minus 0.80% daw ng B sub F divided by 2. So yung letter B natin, okay, is 450. Okay, based dito sa figure. B sub F is 256.5. Okay, 0.5. So meron tayong distance N. Okay, so ilan to?
122.4.
122.4. So obviously, mas mataas siya sa M. Okay, this one would governs. Okay, yung N, yung N yung mag-governs, okay? In terms of thickness calculation ng plate. Okay? So we could say na ano, sige, highlight na natin. Yung N yung mag-govern. Okay? So tuloy tayo sa next item. Compute the factored axial load that the base plate could support in kilonewton based on the flexural strength of the base plate. Okay? Sa item D, factored axial load that the base plate could support in kilonewton based on the flexural strength of the base plate. So hindi pa tayo pinapahanap dito ng thickness. Kumbaga ang sabi niya rito, based dun sa actual thickness na provide, which is 30 mm, ano yung maximum factored axial load, no? In terms of flexural strength ng base plate. Okay, so yun lang, no? Yun lang yung ibig sabihin niya, okay, sa item D. So actually, dapat inuna muna natin yung item E. No, kasi gagamitin natin yung M and N. Okay? Okay? Pero it seems na ano, mas nauna, no? yung ating values. Kumbaga mali yung order ng ating mga questions. Okay? So siguro rearrange na lang natin, no? So ito yung gagawin nating item D. Okay? And ito yung item E. Okay? So continuation ng item C. Find the required plate thickness in millimeter based on the applied loads. Okay? Based on the applied loads. Sige, masyado na malayo. Dito natin ilagay. Okay? Okay? In terms of the formula, okay, ng plate thickness natin, as per our derivation, dalawa yon. Okay? It's either ito, okay, or this one. No? So pares lang yan. Ang nagbago lang doon yung N, yung subscript. Ang rule natin is kung sino yung mas malaki na value ng M and N, yun yung mag-govern. So, as per calculation, ang nag-burn is si N. So, ibig sabihin, ang mas critical dyan, ang mas malaking value dyan, yung T sub N. Okay, na parameter. And N yung gagamitin natin na, na multiplier. Square root, okay? Kunin natin yung rest of the formula na na-derive na natin kanina. 2 times P sub N over area 1 F sub Y. Okay? Okay? Area 1 times F sub Y. Okay? Yeah, no, ang take note lang, yung P sub N should be converted depending kung ano yung design philosophy na pinapagamit. Okay, halimbawa, LRFD tayo. So, ibig sabihin, yung P sub N natin, okay? 'Di ba? Kung LRFD tayo, yung P sub U is equal to P sub bending on plate. So, yan. Tapos times P sub N. 'Di ba? For LRFD. Okay, we could rearrange this one and we could make it P sub N is equal to P sub U over P sub B. Okay? So, yun. Basically, ito yun. Okay? Right, to take note lang, for bending on base plate, ito yung mga factors na gamitin natin. Okay, under strength. P sub B is equal to 0.9. Okay? Okay? So, therefore, we could say na, yung sa formula natin, T sub N is equal to square root of 2 times, yung P sub N natin would be P sub U divided by omega sub B. Okay? Divided by area 1 Fy. No, plug in na natin yung mga values. Okay? N natin is 122.4. Okay? 2 times P sub U natin. Okay? Since this one is due to loads, alam natin na yung P sub U or yung P sub U due to loads na nakalculate natin kanina, applied loads to, no, is 2,712. So, we could use that. Okay? Plugging in and divide this one by 0.9. Okay? Okay? Square root of, okay, divided by area 1. Area 1 natin is, nakalculate na natin kanina, and that is multiplied by F sub Y. Okay, ano ba yung steel grade, no? So, A50, steel, yung base plate natin. So, A50, yung F sub Y niyan is 345, no? 345. Okay na tayo, but I'm not sure in terms of the unit. So, we need to check. We need to check yung unit. So, let's have a quick unit check. So, this one, no? Itong N is millimeter, square root, okay? Yung 272 kilonewton yan, okay? So I think just to be similar, kasi itong area dito is millimeter squared. Okay? Yung 345 is Newton millimeter. So we need to convert pala para express natin in terms of similar units. Itong kilonewton into Newton na lang. Okay? So numerator, sabihin denominator itong kilonewton, 1,000. Okay? Newton. Okay? So mangyayari ngayon is this one would cancel out. This one, kilonewton, cancel out. Yung newton dito, cancel out kasi ma-cancel out itong newton. Okay? So, kailangan lang natin i-multiply ng 1,000, no? Yung ating numerator dito. Okay? Tabi natin yan. Okay? So, always multiply yung numerator dito sa loob ng square root to 1,000 for the conversion. Okay? Okay, sige. So, ilan to? Itong pinaka T sub N natin. Okay? Sige, yung thickness of plate natin na required para buhatin yung load PU natin. Ilan yan?
40.76338.
Okay, 40.76338.
38. Papa.
Okay. Millimeter. Okay? This is item D, not item E. Okay, pinagpalit natin, no? Last item, yung item E natin. Okay? Compute the factored axial load that the base plate could support in kilonewton based on the flexural strength of the base plate. So, yung kasing base plate mo, actual thickness niya is 30 mm. So, meron niyang strength. The question is, based dun sa flexural strength na yon ng 30 mm, ano daw yung factored axial load? Okay? Ano daw yung factored axial load? Well, we could again plug in dun sa equation natin Okay? Ganun lang, no? Parang nilalaro lang tayo, no? Anong problem. So, ang gagawin mo, okay? Kapag kasi bending on factored axial load. I-take note ko lang na this is bending ng base plate. Well, wala ka namang ibang formula na gamitin, okay? Kasi isang formula lang naman 'yon, and yung formula na pwede natin gamitin dito is yun nga, no? T sub n man yan, or yeah, we could copy na lang, no? We could copy na lang. Okay, ito. Okay? Okay, idamay na natin, okay? Ito na. Okay, para hindi na tayo magde-derive. Kasi sabi niya factored eh. Okay? Factored. So ayan na, no? Ayan lang. Okay? So gagawin natin dito ngayon, substitute natin yung thickness, no? T sub n, which is 30 mm as per the problem na given, okay? Okay, yung n, okay? So I think on this one, I could take advantage ito. Okay? Yung P sub u naman, okay? Kasi ito yung factored load, no? Factored load P sub u, ito yung unknown. Okay? Yan yung unknown. Okay, yan yung unknown. The rest of equation is parehas na parehas lang, okay? So meron tayong value ng P sub u, okay? Okay. So ilan to? Ilan yung P sub u?
1,468.89868.
Pakiulit, 1,000
468.
468 point
0.89868.
so 990. Tama? 90.
Apo.
Okay. Sige. So ito na, no? Basically ito lang yung maximum factored load na pwedeng kargahin nung base plate mo based on bending on base plate. Well, mapapansin mo na ang required as per analysis natin, okay, sa thickness ng plate is 40. Tapos yung PU natin is 1467. Bakit ganun? So tama ba to? Paki-double check nyo nga ito. Ganito rin ba yung nakakuha ng iba? Similar lang? Tama? Okay, sige. Tama. Tama kasi bakit naging tama? Kasi limit yung thickness mo, okay? Lilit din yung load PU na kaya niyang buhatin. Okay? As you can see, yung based dun sa load na 2712, yung appropriate thickness is 40 mm. So mas mataas yung load, mataas yung thickness. Okay? Lumit yung thickness, lumit din yung load. Okay? So it makes sense. Okay? So yun lang, no? Yun lang yung ibig sabihin nung item E. Okay? Dun sa D, meron pala siyang tanong, no? Find the DCR. So on this one, in terms of in terms of the flexure, no? Based dun sa required. May mali, no? So on this one, yung DCR na tinutukoy niya, supposedly, ipapasok dito kay E. Okay? Kay E yun. So, based dito sa PU na to, okay, as continuation, ano ba yung DCR niya? Okay? Ano ba yung DCR niya? Well, ito yung capacity based on provided section, no? And i-compare lang natin with the loads, no? So, mabilisan na lang. Okay? So, ito rin yun. Okay? Ulit na ulit. Okay? Okay? Yung numerator, yung due to actual load, hindi naman babago yun. Pero itong denominator, okay? Ito kasi yung capacity talaga based on 30 mm na thickness ng plate. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, bagsak na tayo. Okay? So, ilan to? Ilan yung
1.846.
1.8?
3.
1.83. Tama?
1.85 po, sorry.
1.85. Okay. Sige. Sige, okay na yung problem number 1 natin. Okay? Any questions or clarifications? Meron bang malabo in terms of in terms of parameters, mga calculations? Okay, sige.